So hi everyone, my name is John Tarafa, and in this video I'm going to be making a tutorial on XFLR5 and how to do certain stuff with the program. Okay, so once we have XFLR open, we can start by the expo analysis, actually the direct foil design. In here you can pretty much insert any NACA foil that you want to do. If we want to do NACA 2415, we just insert the number, and there we have our airfoil of NACA 2415. If we want to do another NACA airfoil, we can do 0015, but in order to do 0015, we only have to type 15. We don't have to include the first two zeros. See? And now we have our NACA 00015. So for this project, we ended up using the NACA Clark Y. I mean, the Clark Y airfoil, not the NACA. So we want to open the Clark Y airfoil, and we want to insert it. So here's our Clark Y airfoil. So we first need to analyze this airfoil. By analyzing, we go to XFoil Direct Analysis. We click on Analysis, and we define an analysis. And here you can change the Reynolds number and the type. For this project, we did type 1 and a Reynolds number of 1 million. Okay. So now this window should pop up to the right, the analysis settings. If we want to do it a sequence, if we want to do it in terms of the coefficient of lift or the Reynolds number, here we're gonna do it in the alpha, the angle of attack, and we're gonna do it from -5 to 20 with an increment of 1. We're gonna analyze. Sequence. Okay, all right. So now in here, we have the CL over CD graph, we have the CL over alpha graph, and we have the CL over CD alpha graph. If we want to zoom in 1, we just press 1, it goes to the first graph, 2 goes to the second graph, 3 to the third graph, and so on and so forth, 4 and 5. If we want to go back to where all of the graphs were, we just press the letter A, and there should be all of them. Now for this project, we also have to create 3 other wings. In order to create other wings, we go to File and we go to Wing and Plane Design. We define a new plane. We're gonna put the plane name of AR4, which is the aspect ratio for this project that we used. In here you can add the body, you can add a biplane, you can add a fin, you can add an elevator, and you can customize it to your custom, to your preference pretty much. And for this project, we didn't use an elevator, a fin, the biplane, or the body. We only used the main wing, and we defined it. So here's our wing. We used from 0 to 2 with an offset of 0. Now here you have the aspect ratio and your taper ratio. And here you can play around with these digits to match your aspect ratio and your taper ratio. For this project, we used taper ratio of 1 and an aspect ratio of 4 for the first wing. So in order to have the aspect ratio 1, the chord offset needs to be equal to each other. So now we have an aspect ratio of 22, which means we need to increase a little bit more. Let's go to 0.5. Okay, let me see. I think it's just 1. See, okay, now let me zoom out a little bit. So here is the aspect ratio of 4, taper ratio of 1, like we want, and we want to use the airfoil of the Clark Y airfoil that we inserted earlier. So now you see now we have the Clark Y airfoil with the aspect ratio of 4 and a taper ratio of 4. We click Save, and here's our name. We just click Save, and now we want to define an analysis again. Type 1. With an LLT wing only. You click Save, activate the sequence, and now we analyze. See? And that's how we get those graphs also for the AR aspect. If we also want to create another wing, we also go to define a new plane. We're going to put another name of the aspect ratio of 8. We check off the fin and the elevator. We define it, 0 to 2, no offset. Now this one, the aspect ratio is going to be 8. As we saw earlier, 0.5 for both gives us that aspect ratio. So now you see, now we have the aspect ratio of 8 and the taper ratio of 1 with an airfoil of the Clark Y. Here we save it again. We already have everything done over here. We click save, define an analysis, click save, and analyze. And here's our other graph. So that's pretty much how we do the aspect ratios. You can do this for any wing that you want to create, but for this project, we only did the aspect ratio of 4, 8, and 12. That's pretty much what we did for this project. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and I hope this tutorial was helpful on how to use XFLR5.